is DH, my 2012 Honda Accord Coupe. I wanted to make this little video for its 5-year anniversary. I thought I'd talk a bit about it and how it's holding up after all these years and all these miles. So, still love this car. Did since the day I bought it on May 1st, 2015. From style, performance, comfort, and capability, I've been really happy with this purchase. So let's take a deep dive. I'm really happy with how the car has held up over the last 5 years of ownership. I do keep it washed and waxed regularly. And the paint's okay. The front end's pretty beat up if we get close enough, which we're not going to, because I like the illusion of it looking like a really brand new car. But you can see all the rock chips and dings on the front. My uncle would call this a 50-50 car. From 50 feet away at 50 miles an hour, it looks fantastic. But get up close and, it's a daily driver. This car gets driven a lot, gets used a lot, as well it should be. It's not meant to sit in a garage. The interior is holding up really well, despite being driven for 8 years and 152,000 miles. Overall looks really good. Some wear on the driver's side front seat bolster, but that's not uncommon just from getting in and out. But overall, not bad. Let's get in and take a little bit more of a deep dive. So this has been my perch for the last 5 years. The interior of my 2012 Accord's holding up pretty well. The trim for the most part's okay. Some scratches and some scuffs here and there, but overall, it sort of looks really good. It's held up well, and I'm in this car every single day. It's on the road most days out of the year, and so with 152,000 miles on it, and over 110 of that was driven by me. This car's seen a lot of time on the road, but the interior has held up extremely well. I'm happy with it. Happy with how it looks. As I've said before, I like the fact that this car is old school. It's 8 years old, but it was designed the previous decade, and so analog gauges, clear, easy read dials, not a lot of high-tech stuff here. I don't want to read my text messages while I'm driving down the road. I don't need to know exactly who's emailing me. That kind of stuff, it just gets away from driving. And so I like the fact this is a simplistic driver's car with enough bells and whistles to make it comfortable, but not so much as to overwhelm you. So on the wheel, we have, on the left, stereo control. On the right, we have our cruise control settings. This car does have Bluetooth, which you can see right there on the lower left of the wheel. So it's one of the first models in the Accord lineup to get Bluetooth integrated right into the car. If we come over here, we have the center stack, which some friends refer to this as the fighter jet cockpit because of all the buttons. At this point, I'm just so used to it, and they're easy to find, especially when I'm driving. I just know by feel where they all are. Maybe my next car, whenever that will be something a little less button heavy in the middle, but it works to me. Although, dear Honda, A-Cell, please explain to me what that is. I do not know. I've looked in the manual. I still can't figure it out. Anyway. The display up top is, it reminds me of something from the 1990s, frankly. It's not the most high-tech LCD display, but it gives you information on what track you're listening to, what the temperature is. Actually, it's a compass, what direction you're going. No fuel calculator on this. You can't tell your miles per gallon without actually getting some paper and a pencil to calculate it out. But again, that's okay. I don't mind a lower tech car. We look down here. Oh, my garage door opener, my sunglasses case, and my hand sanitizer because, it is 2020. Seat heaters both still work and are delightful in the wintertime. It is an automatic. The transmission shifts wonderfully well still. No issues there. Carpet's in pretty good shape. The leather, I think if I was going to keep this car for a longer period of time, I'm going to have the leather redone with a kit from a company called Katzkin. Katzkin. I said that fast once to my wife, and she thought I said cat's skin, which would be kind of gross. No, Katzkin. And so they do really nice, high-quality leather. They actually the upholstery shop that I would take it to would refill the seats to make them more comfortable again. So it's a little pricey, but if I keep the car for a while, it's still going to be cheaper than car payments by far. The back seat has plenty of room. The leather's still in great shape back there. It's a two-door, so getting back there, good luck. But if you're looking for a comfortable place to be a passenger, it's really not bad. And you actually have your own cup holders back there. So let's fire it up, see how it starts. Starts on the first try every time. This car's been nothing but reliable. So let's go take a look at a couple other features on the car. All right, I'll be honest. I was not going to include this originally because I have not detailed my engine bay. This is filthy, but whatever. You only live once, so let's talk about it. This is the heart of my car, the V6 engine that powers it, Honda's 3.5 liter VCM iVTEC V6 engine. VCM stands for Variable Cylinder Management. Basically, this car, for as powerful as it is, 271 horsepower, 252 pound-feet of torque, it's also pretty fuel efficient. When this car is at a steady speed, it'll shut off 3 or 2 cylinders to save fuel. And so the reality is that I'm not spending that much more on gas than I would be if I had the 4-cylinder version of this car. I'm very happy with the fuel efficiency of it for long distance drives. It's a really good car to have for not killing you at the pump. And it remains the most problem-free car I've ever driven. I've had a couple repairs on it, nothing major. The biggest repair was the spider's nest in the gas tank. I don't fault the car for that. That was Mother Nature wreaking havoc on my vehicle. But otherwise, really happy with this. And yes, once it gets warmer, I will definitely attack this engine bay, and I'll post some photos on the blog so you can see I do know how to keep the entire car clean, not just the interior. The trunk. Why am I showing you the trunk? Because it's huge. This car has seen me through several moves. Whenever I need to haul big stuff, it takes all of it into the trunk just fine. Actually, a couple days ago, we had a 6-foot ladder in this car. Just put the back seats down, put the ladder in, close the trunk, and off we went. My camera bag is in the trunk just as a reference point to show you this will handle a lot. I've had an amplifier and 2 guitars in it. I've had numerous suitcases in it. And for a 2-door sports coupe, the storage capacity is fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief video tour of my car, the vehicle that makes possible all the adventures. The author Douglas Adams once said, "A nerd is someone who uses a telephone to talk to other people about telephones." I think a car nerd is someone who uses a car to talk to other people about cars. And I'm certainly a car nerd, but for me, this car has meant so much. I've had such a connection to it for all the memories it's made for me. For the past 5 years, all the adventures, all the trips, the major life changes I've been through, and this car has been my steady companion through it all. And I'm grateful to Honda for producing such a great product, and also grateful to those of you that tune in to my blog to read and follow my adventures. So thanks for coming along. Have a wonderful day, and here's to the next 5 years.